Want to know all the tips about shopping in Paris? Which are the best stores? Which are the best streets? Where is the outlet? Is there a good outlet in Paris to buy cheap things? The tax-free people, a great tip to make you save 12% on all of your purchases. So there's a lot of cool stuff and a lot of cool information about shopping in Paris and France in general. So stay tuned that the video is very good with quick, useful and no winding up. So already give that like on the video, subscribe to the channel because that really helps us a lot, and buckle up. Well, let's talk about shopping in Paris. Paris is one of the cities in Europe that people shop the most. It's a city that has a lot of stores, a lot of galleries. People, it has everything. It doesn't have many outlets. I'll tell you in advance, unlike here in the United States, there are not many outlets, malls like we are used to in other countries. But there's a lot of cool stuff, and knowing where to go and how to do your shopping, you will be able to have a very cool experience. It's considered one of the most conducive cities for shopping in Europe. So let's go. The first tip, I'll give it right away, is the best of all. It works in pretty much every country in Europe. Research all the countries that you go to, but speaking of France in specific, all items you buy in France, you are entitled to get tax-free or tax refund. Each one calls it one way. It can be written in several ways, but what is it? It's a tax that anyone who doesn't live in France and who is there for tourism can ask for this money. In France, the percentage is 12%. It varies from country to country. Take a look, but in France, more or less the average is 12%. So when you make a purchase in stores that are affiliated with tax-free, most of the main stores, all the ones we are going to mention here, big malls, big stores, are participating, and you will see the tax-free sticker. What happens? You made a purchase. When it comes time to pay, the attendant himself will tell you, do you want the tax-free? Or if he doesn't ask you, you say, I want the tax-free, I want the tax refund. You will give your passport, he will fill out a form, and that form gives you the right to get that tax back in cash. 12%. If you make $1,000 purchase at Louis Vuitton, I don't even know if they have purchases for this price. You made a purchase of $1,000 at Louis Vuitton, get the tax-free. Then you will collect the tax-free of your trip and you will get that money back at the airport. A purchase of $1,000, 12% is $120. If you add it up with all the purchases on your trip, it's a great savings and a great discount. So take a look, do some research on tax-free. You collect all the coupons you buy. It's always at the last airport. If you go, for example, to Spain, to Barcelona, you will gather all the ones from France, all the ones from Spain, and deliver them at the last airport before returning to the country you live in. So you put everything together, and when you arrive at this airport, you will see there the right signs for you to go to the tax refund place, the tax-free, search properly, and then you can show everything there, and you choose or take credit on your credit card or cash. We recommend cash because it's already in time, it avoids any problem, it will not fall on the credit card, but it's a very nice tip. You will start saving a lot and you can buy even more. So starting our tips, the first thing that even if you're not going to shop, you have to know, it's the Champs-Élysées. The Champs-Élysées is the most famous avenue in Paris. It's where the Arc de Triomphe is at the end, so you will have to pay on it anyway, and that's where the most luxurious stores are. The flagship stores of the world's top brands. The most famous Louis Vuitton in history and in the world is the one in Paris. On the Champs-Élysées, there's a huge queue in front, so there it's a place where you find both these luxury brands such as Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Cartier, several others, and you will also find really nice and cheap stores like Zara, which is very good in Europe. It has good and cheap clothes. H&M, which has a lot here in the States. It has very cheap and good clothes too. There's a Disney store, so there are more affordable stores and there are more expensive stores. It's a mix of everything. Paris is more or less that style, so it's a nice place to walk around, look. It's not one of the cheapest, but it's a place you have to go and shop there if you really want to go shopping. Another avenue that stands out is Haussmann Boulevard. It's another avenue that has a lot of stores. It has almost all of those I mentioned. The simplest one, there's H&M, Zara, that has everywhere. There's Sephora. It's another street with several stores. The difference is the Lafayette Gallery. Galeries Lafayette is one of the main stores in Europe. It's a department store for those who are not used to department stores. It's like a mall, but it's not with stores. It's all open. It has all the brands, it has things from everywhere, from all the brands you can imagine, but it's just one store. It's a gigantic thing. It has more than 7 floors. It has restaurants. Set aside many hours of the day to spend there because there are restaurants, there's a bakery, you can eat the famous macarons that are very tasty there, and there are stores of all kinds. You will arrive and you will be a little scared because on the second floor and the first floor there are usually those very chic, very luxurious stores with very expensive bags, with shoes like used to enter. It's a very chic business. The store is very beautiful, worth knowing even as a tourist spot. But you go on, you go up the floors, there's the children's floor, there's the men's floor, the women's floor. They separate them and there are all the brands. There is Calvin Klein, there is Tommy's, there is Nike, Adidas. All the well-known brands are in this store, so it's one of the biggest stores in Europe, a very famous tourist spot. Be sure to go there because it's really cool to walk around and to shop too if you want. And guys, just one thing, any questions you may have about traveling, send us, that we are really trying to help everyone. Even easier, add me on Instagram at @PaiLorenzi, send a direct message that I'm really helping. It takes a few days because of the high volume, but I'm really helping. And take the opportunity to follow us there on Instagram and our new channel too, Familia Lorenzi, here on YouTube. We created it and we are showing live here in the United States, the parks, we go all the time, Universal, the outlets, food, restaurants, beaches nearby. We show everything there. It's very cool. Then subscribe and give us a hand that you will like it and you will understand a little more. Another street that's very cool is Rivoli Street. They speak each one in a way there in Europe, so this street is practically the same as the others. It passes right by the Louvre Museum, so if you're nearby, it's worth stopping by. There are all these stores. I remember there was a Gap. We bought a lot of stuff, especially for the little girls, but it has a lot of cool stuff. It's really cool. And Foot Locker, which is a very famous store here in the United States. It has many sneakers of all brands. I bought Adidas sneakers, if I'm not mistaken, for a very good price there, so it's a great street for you to visit in Paris. For those who are interested in makeup, perfume, all these type of cosmetics and products, there are many Sephora stores. There is also MAC, there is Kiko, which is a very cool Italian brand. I know because Lee already bought some things there, so research because there are a lot of stores scattered around. See which one is closer to you, but for sure, without wanting to, you will pass by one of them. Special shopping tip for perfumes. Who is looking for a perfume, we have a sensational tip. There's a store called Fragrance dell'Opera. I will put the pictures here for you to see. It's a very nice store that we started to recommend years ago when we had our blog Dicas Paris, and then we made friends with one of the managers there. A lot of people went there because we recommended it on the blog. We managed to make a very nice partnership with her, so now we have a very good partnership with this store, and they have a differentiated service in Portuguese as well. Whoever speaks this language and does not want to speak any other language, wants to be more relaxed, just look for Poliana. She's a sensational person, very nice. She welcomes people. If you say that you came from Gabriel Lorenzi's channel, you will get a special discount of almost 20%. It's a lot of discount. It gives a big discount at the end of the shopping. You will get a little gift there, a gift at the end of shopping, and this partnership has worked so well that many people are going. It's a very nice store. It has all the best known perfumes and fragrances on the market, guys. It's very cool. So whoever wants perfumes, look for it. I'll leave the address here. It's 3 Rue du Helder 75009 Paris. Play it on Google, I think it will appear. It's a well-known street, a well-known area. It's in the 9th arrondissement, which is close to where you will see the tourist things, so try to go there. It's very nice. Their service is spectacular and the price is much cheaper than buying on other stores, guys. We really recommend, and it's a nice partnership. You can get a good discount talking to the manager. And the time that everyone was waiting for, because I know that everyone likes an outlet. Gabriel, do you have an outlet in Paris, France? It's not like here in the US where there are several near every city, but in Paris there is La Village, which is a very nice outlet. It's 40 minutes from Paris, near Disneyland Paris, which is another sensational tourist spot. You have to know it. It's very easy to get there. There are several options. There's a very nice website that I'll leave here in the video description and in the first comment just for you. I don't know if you have already bought, but it's a place that has Disney tickets much cheaper. You can make payment much easier. It's very good. It's much cheaper. All the tickets for the whole of Paris we always buy there. So who is interested in these tours, excursions, tours? There was an excursion by outlets. Take a look that they have an excursion that picks you up in the center of Paris and takes you to the outlets. I'll leave it down here. It's the cheapest place. It's the biggest ticket and tour website in Europe. Take a look. We always buy with them and it worked out very well. The transfer from the airport to the hotel when you arrive in Paris, they have a very good price. It's a very nice service. I'll leave it down here in the description. Take a look. That's there, very cool. And there is this outlet option that's very nice for those who want to shop, who want to spend a day. It has more than 120 stores. It's got all the main ones. It's got Lacoste, it's got Valentino, it's got Armani, it's got Gap, it's got a bunch of others. You can go there, spend the whole day. It's gonna be worthwhile. And down here in the description, in the first comment, I'll leave all the links that we use for our trips, which make us save a lot of money and easier to play everything in the best places. Over the years, we have discovered the best websites, what's the best travel SIM card for you to use your internet all over Europe for a good price, what's the best travel insurance comparator that's mandatory for those who go to Europe. You have to take out travel insurance. There's a website that I'll leave here which compares all insurers and finds the best prices. It's the cheapest place of all. We always do it there. Also, the car rental comparator, trains for those who want to travel by train in Europe. It's the best websites to buy the train ticket. It's all the way to do. The hotel we stayed in Paris is very nice. Take a look here if you can. It's super well located, close to the Eiffel Tower. Anyway, here below is a guide for you to plan your entire trip. Then access it from your computer, open the links, put everything together, and you will see that your trip will be much cheaper and only with quality service that we at least have already experienced it and continue to use until today. And that's it, guys. I hope you liked the video. If you like it, please don't forget to give us that like and subscribe to the channel, because that really helps us a lot. And be sure to watch the other videos that are very good. I'll leave it up here, the one on how to travel very cheaply to France and Paris. It's a cool video where we explain how to set up your entire trip and plan everything, saving a lot, the most in everything. And below the playlist with all the other videos from Paris and France for you to watch. So thanks a lot, guys, and have nice trips.